All right, we're back. Next video. Continuing on nutrition. So up to this point, you've been doing a good job probably of labeling your food. If you haven't, you're probably not getting the results you're looking for. We should be talking. Get in touch with me. Let's figure it out. You're wasting your time here if you're not doing these things. If you're not watching these videos fully, you're wasting your time. You're wasting my time. Let's do this. Like, these videos are excellent. This is a nutrition course all on its own. Today we're going to talk about shaping your environment to get the best results, specifically as it pertains to nutrition and habits, okay? This is a really important concept. You've heard the concept of out of sight, out of mind. And the reason that works is because our bodies and brains rely on willpower. Willpower is a finite resource. We run out of it by a certain point during the day. Some people run out later, some people run out earlier, but at some point you run out of it. If you're the type of person who has to make a lot of little decisions throughout the day, where do my kids have to go? You know, what sports do they have? Jobs related stuff, giving employees, you know, directives and things to do, telling your sister, your brother, your mom, whatever, how they have to do this thing, that thing. If you're making a lot of little decisions, your willpower runs out really quickly. And it's not your fault that you start eating or defaulting to less ideal foods, because you don't have the willpower left to resist them if they're right in front of you. So we need to set your environment up and your life up in such a way that you're not relying on willpower in order to abstain or limit treat intake or less ideal food intake, okay? 2 really easy tips. 1, go through your pantry right now, take any foods that are multiple ingredients food and throw them in the fucking garbage. Anything that has, if the nutrition label has more than 1 ingredient on it, toss that shit in the trash ASAP. That is garbage. Not only will it make you fat, it will also give you cancer over long periods of time. Get rid of it. It's the best thing you can do for the rest of your life, okay? Because we're looking at a nutrition framework in which we eat only single ingredient foods, or we combine the ingredients ourselves to get to a multiple ingredient final product. But we don't want store-bought multiple ingredient foods. They are killing us and destroying our bodies. Cannot overstress that enough. Number 1 step is get that shit out of your house. Get it out. Again, get it out. Throw that shit in the trash, okay? That includes things like condiments. Anything but mustard or soy sauce has extra calories in it. Toss that shit in the trash. Now, I'm not saying don't eat these things. What you want to do is, if you do eat these things, you want to be very specific and selective about when, and don't do it at home. Go somewhere for them so that you can only get 1 serving's worth of it. Don't take home leftovers. Just go, eat your burger with some ketchup. Don't take the ketchup home. Don't order 6 burgers to keep in your fridge. Don't get frozen foods, right? Hopefully that makes sense. You shape your environment so that the temptations aren't there, and you're much more likely to stick to eating the better quality foods. The second thing is how to shape your environment to when you're not at home, okay? This is a little trickier, but we want to start being very particular about where we eat. This is important. The restaurant, we can eat very healthily at restaurants. You don't need to become the type of person who meal preps or slices and dices vegetables and becomes a master chef. However, if you don't understand why certain restaurants are more fattening than others, you will never be able to succeed. So here's the explanation. Category number 2 here, N plus C plus, is fats. They tend to be liquid. They tend to be stuff that you can't quantify easily visually, especially when someone else has added it to your food for you. A tortilla chip, as an example, is a starch, an N minus, C minus food that has then been fried with oil and becomes an N minus, C plus food, because we've added 2 ingredients that now give you the same weight in food, but now it has exponentially more calories in that single tortilla chip. We could take that same philosophy to other things, which is Chipotle. If you go to Chipotle and you get a protein plate or a protein bowl, no rice, no beans, no tortillas, you're just eating the steak and the veggies, you're actually getting a ton of oil in there because those veggies are fried or pan fried or sauteed, and you don't know how much oil is used. This N plus C plus is now added to another food without your supervision, and it becomes an N minus C plus food. And therefore you're eating what's considered good food, but you don't know how many calories are in it because you can't tell how much fats it was cooked in. So when you want to shape your restaurant environment, you want to start thinking of things that don't rely heavily on fats for cooking. So I like to talk about, you go to a restaurant and you want to get your steamed vegetables instead of your sauteed veggies, or you want to get your grilled vegetables instead of your sauteed veggies. You want to go get your rotisserie chicken instead of a fajita plate, because fajita plate, while good ingredients, has a lot of extra fat built into it. You want to go to like maybe a salad bar and get your salad without condiments on it, or limit your condiments rather than going to Chipotle or Paquito Mas or a burger place where you have no idea how much fat your food was cooked in, French fries, all this other garbage. So hopefully that makes sense. You want to start thinking about the places you go as places that have an environment set up for you to limit how much extra ingredient is being added to another food, which takes good quality ingredients and moves them to a bad quality score. An N plus C minus food can be very easily become an N minus C plus food if you add too much fat to it. Okay? Again, fat's not bad, it's just hard to quantify. Hopefully this makes sense and helpful. Get in touch with me if you have questions. Start thinking about your restaurant decisions that way, and start thinking about how you set your home up in that way. Kids, by the way, are not an excuse for keeping garbage foods in your house. You're not doing your kid a favor by giving them sweet snacks and fruit snacks and garbage foods just so that they can eat them. Get them the right foods. There's an easy way to learn how to get the right snacks for your kids so that you're then not tempted to eat the foods that your kids have available in the house, okay? If you want snack ideas, here's a really quick list. Hard-boiled eggs, diced baby carrots, pre-packaged cut vegetables, celery and hummus, peanut butter and toast, peanut butter and apples. Peanut butter and anything is basically God's gift to mankind, in my opinion. String cheese is great. Sliced deli meats are great. You could even go with things like air popcorn or single 100-calorie bags of little carbohydrate type of things like little chips or rice cakes and things like that. Those are good kid snacks. Kids learn to eat what we give them. They'll be okay with it. So, and you're also going to prevent them from having poor food habits later in life, and it also helps you. So, not an excuse in my opinion. That's it. See you on the next video.